it's Miss A, got a lot to say. On all the things we go through within the day. Politics, dating, recipes, traveling. And yep, of course, I'm the karaoke queen. I take no L's, I'm always booking flights. This is my lovely lunatic Leo life. Kaboom! Guess who stepped in the room? This is my lovely lunatic Leo life. Kaboom! Guess who stepped in the room? Miss A. S.A. Thank you so much. Welcome to my lovely Lunatic Leo Life podcast. It's been a minute, but I am back full effect. And the fact that I could podcast from my home got me going crazy, which, you know, sometimes I thought that if I do it from home, I'd be lazy and I wouldn't get into what I really need to do. However, I'm currently in my bed, butt ass naked, laying down with the phone here. So you could podcast anywhere. If I had to go to the bathroom, y'all coming with me. And y'all don't even have to know it. All right. I'm still trying to figure out how not to make my damn sound effects go on for so long. But until I do, let's keep it moving. Today's show is basically about never giving up on your dreams. You know, I went with my girlfriends yesterday to watch the Harriet Tubman movie. You know, it is Hollywood, of course, but I did get a message from it. The movie wasn't bad. I actually enjoyed the movie. I didn't expect too much from it because any Hollywood film that's, you know, any real life story turned into a Hollywood film, it always has to have a lot of Hollywood in it. So I wasn't really expecting much, but I was impressed by what I saw, and it just motivated me. You know what I mean? Like seeing, and this is from back in the day. This woman freed so many slaves, like, and it just really motivated me. Like, nobody could tell her no. You know, we've read stories about Harriet Tubman growing up, you know, but to actually see a film about it, and, you know, it just refreshes your memory of what you learned when you were in school, or me anyway. She freed slaves, and at one point she freed over 790 slaves. Okay? And this is after she had already freed 70 slaves. So can you imagine freeing so many people, like their whole life? They put their trust in you, in her. And nobody could tell her no. People did tell her no, that she couldn't do it, that she's crazy. But guess what? She did it. And it brings it back to me. There's so many times where I feel like I'm scared of my own greatness. You know what I mean? Not to toot my own horn or anything, but I always felt like I was pretty dope. You know what I mean? But there's certain things in life that I know I can accomplish once I put my mind to, but then it's like I have a certain fear in me that won't allow me to do what I'm supposed to do. And sometimes that fear might not be a bad thing. It just means that your time has not come yet. You know what I mean? Like if you're scared of doing something, like for instance, I was wanting to do my podcast for so long. I even started with a blog first. I told you, my lovely Lunatic Leo Life, I had a blog. And I was planning on doing the blog for like 3 years. I finally did it. When I did it, you know, people don't read shit. So I was like, all right, this is pointless. I'm used to talking anyway. I've been in radio for over 10 years. So I'd rather talk. But then it was a whole nother 2 years before I decided. I kept saying I miss radio. I thought podcasting was such a big deal, so much to do. Because I did internet radio, I was always part of another team. So I didn't have to do anything except just show up and get on the mic. You know what I mean? That's all I had to do all these years. So the word podcasting terrified me because I didn't exactly know what it was. It pretty much is just radio that people could take anywhere. So it just sounded like it was a lot of work, but luckily I found a place where I'm able to just go on, pay the money, go on, and it'll distribute anywhere. So that's a good thing about, cheering fans. So, basically, you know, I was scared. And I said, oh, fuck it. I'm going to just do it. Now, I wish I did it more consciously. Like, I might have had a couple of shows done. You know what I mean? But I couldn't wait to get into it. I just wanted to just do it because I know once I do it, the rest will follow. And I have slacked off a little bit. However, it's not going to be for a long time. I'm getting my shit together. I'm getting ready for my trip to Thailand. So that's like mentally not draining, but it is something that's mental for me because Thailand is a trip that I've always wanted to take. Okay, so the fact that I'm actually doing it and I'm going by myself, I was so excited. I am excited, but I'm also so nervous. Like, every little thing, I'm like, is he a sex trafficker? Is he a human trafficker? Like, what you know what I mean? Like, is anyone going to try to put drugs in my luggage? Shit like that. Like, I'm trying to just think of the positive stuff, but you can't help but be negative. And then all my friends and family are so scared for me, so they instill a little bit of fear in me too. But fear is not a bad thing. We think fear is a bad thing. I mean, it could be a bad thing to hold us back, but regret is a worse thing. You know what I mean? If you regret the fact that you didn't take the chance to do what you wanted to do because you were scared. Again, being scared or having fear to do something doesn't mean you're weak. It's a natural feeling. And honestly, if you're scared or nervous, that's even more of a reason to do it because it means something to have fear or to be nervous, honestly. It means that you can, just, I don't know. To me, I just feel like being fearful is not a bad thing that we all think. And that stops people. And now, it's a bad thing if you let the fear stop you into doing what you want to do. But if you hold back from the fear, or if you're held back because of the fear for a little bit, but then you push through, it just means the time that you were fearful and you did it wasn't your time to do what you want to do, you know? So all the years I was talking about, I need to get back on the radio, it wasn't my time. This is my time now. And everything was falling into place when I decided to do my podcast. Everything. I was meeting the right people. I was being encouraged by the right people. You know what I mean? And I felt great about it. So I still feel great. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to do better, which I will be doing soon. So just bear with me. Y'all are in here for the long haul because this is going to be long haul. All the years of radio I did, I felt led up to this moment right here. And this is my own shit. I don't have to worry about nothing. I don't have to worry about shit. This is my own shit. I don't have to try not to curse. I don't have to show up at events. You know what I mean? For the radio station. Unless I do it myself, but that's what I'm saying. I'm building my whole persona. I'm building my whole vibe. You know, I'm a whole mood. Okay. Go follow my Instagram, my lovely lunatic Leo life. You'll see I'm a whole fucking mood. Yes to that. Thank you very much. So, that was my little motivation for you guys today. Last week I tried to record a few shows, using my phone, but Jesus or God didn't want me to put it out because I deleted that shit twice, and it was some good juicy shit. Actually, it might have been too juicy. It was all about sex, and I really was telling too much of my business, and God said, no girl, not now. This is not your time to tell these stories. So, I definitely will not be telling these stories yet, but I'm telling you, there's some good stuff. Good stuff. I'm going to talk about sex soon. Don't worry. We're going to have a good time. Also, don't forget, you can email me at my lovely lunaticleolife@yahoo.com. If you have any questions or comments, or if you want to just say, hey, Miss A, you're more than welcome to. Even if you have some criticism, fuck it. Tell me what you want me to do. Tell me how I can be better for your listening pleasure. Okay? Please and thank you in advance. Thank you in advance. So, my friends are so dope because, I might have mentioned it a while ago, but my friend started Sister Celebrating Survivors, and she had an award ceremony. I was the host. And so now she's putting together a team of people who are going to be part of this, you know, and I am on the board. So we're going to meet tomorrow. But it's so dope because she's also starting a coat drive. So I appreciate it. I appreciate my friends who love to help. Like, things like that I've always wanted to do. I just didn't put my first step forward. And because of my girlfriend, now doing this, I can put my best step forward. I guess it was the research I didn't want to do or too lazy to do. So she's doing everything and I'm just here like, tell me what I got to do and I help do it, So if anyone needs to donate any coats, just hit me up on my lovely Lunatic Leo Life on Instagram or my email. And I can tell you where you can drop the coats off or, where you can meet me to give me the coats. But we're hoping to have everything before the 14th. I will be leaving to Thailand on the 15th, so I'd rather you send me, give me the coats on the 10th. But if you're able to drop it off at the location for the coats, then that'll be fine until the 14th. Amen. Amen. So, that's that. What else? Yeah, so that was a coat drive. Also, I didn't get to go anywhere for Halloween. I was hoping I could, but I didn't. I had a sexy-ass outfit, but I did get to wear it the night before. So I really didn't care to wear it out. But anyway, that would be part of my sexcapade stories for another time. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so we're talking about inspiring others or not giving up on your hopes and dreams. Guys, I want you to, and I'm not the type to write things down, which I guess you could call me a hypocrite. I try to write things down. I'll forget where I put the notebook or whatever. So I try to write things down on my phone, so that way I can get it together. So usually I write stuff, like for instance for my podcast, I have a whole bunch of stuff I've written down on my phone because I can never find my notebooks anywhere. And so each day I go through them a little bit, either for topics or for people who I'd like to interview on my show. I have interviewed one person, but that was impromptu, so I'm looking for my first official guest. I want it to be great and I want it to be entertaining. But you have to understand that sometimes in life we get knocked down, we get knocked down quite often in life, and sometimes you just want to give up. You just want to give up because you feel like, what's the point? Why? This is not going to happen. So you move on to something else. Like, this is not for me. But then sometimes in the back of your head, you know that even though you're being knocked down, this is what needs to be for you. This is for you. It's just not happening at the time that you want it to, but this is meant for you. So just don't give up. Keep trying. Keep trying to do what you have to do, okay? I don't want to hear that you were too scared to do anything. Because I'm telling you, being scared is not a bad thing, but being regretful is a bad thing. If you regret what you shoulda, coulda, woulda have done, that'll eat at you. That'll eat at you for the rest of your life. I mean, I might be exaggerating a bit much, but depending on what it is that you regret, it really can eat at you for the rest of your life. Trust me. I have maybe a couple of regrets. I have a couple of regrets, and one of them is massive. I'll share with you one day. One day, but not now. But regret is a bad thing. Fear is not. I just want you always to remember that. Okay? Please and thank you. Yeah. But I'm just here to talk about that. This is just a quick tidbit. I'm going to save this. I will be back another time. Thank you so much for listening to my lovely Lunatic Leo Life. This is a short session only because I am being a greedy ass as usual and I want some crab legs. I'm about to go get some crab legs and eat. But I will be back and I'm going to be recording a few things and then we'll see where everything goes. But thank you all for listening to my lovely Lunatic Leo Life. Another show over and done. 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 Don't be too sad. I'll be back another night. Another show over and done. Don't be too sad. I'll be back another night.
I tell you